everybody. This is Sheldon from ColourArte, and I normally don't show my face much on camera, but this is a special occasion that I felt that was necessary to do so, and it's because during the months of the pandemic and all, sometimes we say, "Oh, I hate what COVID has done," but yet during the pandemic is when I discovered fluid art. And it's funny how prior to the pandemic, there were individuals that I had no idea existed in the world. But then once you find fluid art and then you join groups, you learn things from other artists, you pay close attention to, and many of these artists are very helpful. And even if some don't respond right away because they are very busy, I can't even imagine myself being able to be an admin for a Facebook group, or much less run a business that's internet related, and to be able to do film editing and stuff like that. There's a lot of work involved and a lot of time spent. So a lot of the artists that have huge channels sometimes don't have a lot of time to address every question and every answer right away, or even recognize you right away. But in time, they do. And so I give shout outs to all those artists who helped me along the way, and especially those who I have met and spoke with personally. I mean, even over the phone. And so I don't have time to get a lot of names out there, but this particular person I definitely want to give a shout out to. I did not expect it. We've had many conversations over the messenger, and he sent me a gift. His name is Bernd Schenke, and he does amazing, amazing blooms. I'm talking about multiple colors, cells that have like multiple colors within a single cell. And so he contacted me and told me that he was going to send me some Australian floetrol. Now, as you all know from my earlier videos, I have never, ever, ever used Australian floetrol. Mainly because, not because I have anything against it, it's because it's not available in the US, and for the trouble and the expense to get it, it was not worth it for me. So I had to come up with alternative uses by modifying US floetrol to try to get the same, or if not similar, results, so that I can have it at an affordable price, but not only share it, not only do it for myself, but also share the recipe with others who were hit financially during this time of crisis. But he sent me a bottle as a gift of Australian floetrol. And along with that, for my wife and I, he sent me 3 bars of Swiss chocolate, which is amazing. My wife is trying to fight diabetes, so they're all going to be mine. So thank you so much for that. But here's the piece that I really like. He also sent me one of his pieces here. Now, you can see some of the shimmer and some of the interference in that violet and that blue interference. But look at those colors. When I say multicolored cells, this is his work here. And you can check him out on KBS Art on YouTube. And I just want to lastly read a letter that he wrote to me. And my purpose in actually saying this is because, as they say, there's every dark cloud has a silver lining. Yes, we were hit with a dark cloud of COVID, but because of COVID, many of us decided to get into fluid art. And because we did so, many have come to know each other in other parts of the country, other parts of the world. And as long as you have wonderful and loving communication, they become your family. It doesn't take blood for people to become your family, but it's mutual respect and encouragement and kindness. And you don't know how far kindness can go. And this really moved my heart when they sent me this care package. I'm really, really appreciative. These are some very, very sweet people. Let me read what they said. Dear Sheldon, as promised, we are sending you a small gift that you can expand your creativity even further. Karen and I have learned a lot from you during our touring career and have tried to expand our ideas. Your great videos that you make available to all people in this world for free are a great help for all pouring friends and very rich in learning. Your balanced, calm, positive nature makes you a very special person. Thank you very much. You are a great artist who can be very proud of your creative feats, whether it is the beautiful pouring pictures or the great carvings you make from ordinary fruit. We hope you have a lot of fun with the Australian floetrol and that you will be able to make super great works of art. We wish you and your family a good appetite for eating Swiss chocolate. That's mine. The small tile we have included in the package is a small example of the quality Karen and I have already achieved in pouring. I hope it survives the long journey to you. We wish you and your family a successful, happy, and healthy new year. Best regards from Switzerland. Like I said, in another part of the world. Happy pouring, Karen and Bern. So that was a wonderful, heartwarming gift. And so when I do one that is very, very special, I will let it cure and I will send back a wonderful picture to them as well. So thank you very much, Karen and Bern, and also for all those who support me, my channel, give me the great encouragement, especially my jelly beans in the acrylic pouring for beginners. But then there's so many too. I can mention Erica Hughes, who gave me the courage. Between her and Garrett Brown, those two gave me the courage to even start a YouTube channel in the first place. And they are amazing too. They have, Erica Hughes has her own Facebook group as well. And there's just so many who I've spoken to briefly, gave me encouragement and comments briefly. Mandy from Hope Designs, Leslie from ColourArte. Oh, she's a special person herself. And also, I'll give a shout out to Karen from Waterfall Acrylics because I probably wouldn't have learned how to do any blooms or blow things out from the beginning if it wasn't for her. So watching her videos are incredible. So definitely check their channels out. And I could go on and on, but really I do want to do a painting tonight. So thank you for listening to me babble on. And we're going to get started on a pour. And I'm going to be using the Australian floetrol in this video. Stay tuned. Okay everyone, I'm back and I'm going to be doing a bloom. I'm not going to do a swipe transfer. But I definitely want to do a bloom just to kind of get the feel of another technique, a blowing technique. I learned from uh, initially from Steve Chase, but I don't have the type of blower he has. But by listening to Bridget Martella, who's on the acrylic pouring for beginners, she's one of the lovely admins. She's one of our lovely jelly beans. I refer to as our fluffy bean. She um, gave me an idea that I never thought about using the blow dryer, which I got this one here, and actually cupping my hand just slightly over it, just to control the airflow and the force that comes behind here, so you can be able to control your blow better. So I'm trying to be able to blow the um, a little bit down first, but then gently blow straight on the cell activator or the top layer, and to allow it to spread out more so than go in. So I'm gonna try to see how that works out for me. It may take a little bit of practice. Who knows? I might get it right for the first time. So let me get started, and I'm very happy to have the Australian floetrol. I did do a couple of test pieces, and it reacts quicker than um, the U.S. floetrol mix that I have. But I'm very proud of my U.S. floetrol mix because it still is not much difference as far as how it looks. I'll show you an example. So this is not to discredit Australian floetrol, but it's to give confidence to those who wants to use U.S. floetrol as a cell activator and make it affordable so that they're happy with it. So I'm going to show you the two pieces that I tested out. Okay. Now, these are the two pieces. This is with the Australian floetrol, and this is with the US floetrol. So I had more paint on this one, but really, as far as cell production and all, there's not really much difference. Just that I have a whole lot more here than I do here. So that's just to give the confidence to those who have, who cannot afford Australian floetrol. They can still um, have an option to use US floetrol. One moment. Okay, so let me put the pillow down. This is Glidden Premium Semi-Gloss White Base 1. They always call white Base 1. I'm going to put that down as a pillow first. And I saw that little chunk fly off. Let me get that. I don't know where that came from. Get off. Okay. And I thin it a bit so it can have some flow to it. Hold 1 second, because I think I am going to do a ribbon transfer. I changed my mind. For 1 second, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I just wanted to grab my swiping tool and my tile that I'm going to do the transfer with. So now back to our regularly scheduled program. We're going to start off with Quinacridone Azo Gold. Just going to drizzle it like that. Okay. And Boysenberry, nice and loose. This helps get those multicolored cells up. Greenish Blue by Amsterdam. Blue Turquoise, Amsterdam. Liquitex Scarlet. We'll go back with a little Boysenberry right here, not as a drizzle, as a little dot. Now see, all those colors are layered down in between are all transparent, and so is this Boysenberry here. Now, transparent colors will allow the glow of the pillow to come through and lighten up some of the colors in the middle of the cells. For the outer structure of the cell, I'm going to use my opaques. So I want a little bit of a border around the lighter opaques. That's why I put that there first. And then I'm going to have an opaque lime in the center like that. And then white as a color, not as a cell activator. This white is going to be a little bit here to accent the cell activator. So now this is the Lukas black, Lukas acrylics black with Australian floetrol. So I'm gonna give this one a go. I'm gonna put 2 spoons on that. It's already giving me a nice halo. Let me get one more. I always like to put plenty of cell activator down, so I want to make sure it goes all the way out. So now for my blow. Okay. Cool temperature. See, I didn't want that to happen because what I did there is I blew all the color off to the side. Even though it made lovely cells in the middle, I blew all the color off. That's why I said I needed practice. So let me try this again. This time, I'm going to scoop all this back on and I'll drizzle some more colors. This time I'm going to come from the top first, watch it move, and then I will slow up as opposed to I'll slow up the pressure as opposed to letting it go hard as it go higher. I'm gonna do it the other way around. I don't know why I did it that way the first time, so I'm gonna put a little more pillow down. And I still should have enough pillow for the swipe. Just a little bit more. Okay. Did I get my card? All right. So let's get ready to go again. So the Quinacridone Azo Gold, Nickel Azo Gold. I keep leaving that word nickel out. The Boysenberry, the blue green, turquoise, blue, the red, Boysenberry again, lime green. Could have used black, but I figured that since I already have Boysenberry there, I'll use that again. And Boysenberry does give a nice color contrast to the lime green. It really does. And then the white. Right, now let's go with the cell activator again. 1, 2, and 3. Let's go high fan from a distance. Go from the top, come down, let it move. There you go. I do it at an angle this time. It's better. That's kind of straight up. So let me let some of that collect. And I'm going to get a straw and blow some of these cells out in the middle. So yes, the Australian floetrol does react faster. I give it that much. I've never been able to afford it, so I had to go with round 2. But I still like the way this turned out. So now let me do my swipe on my tile, and I'll be back with you in 1 second. Okay, folks, I'm back. It all collected together, and those cells turned out pretty nice. And I'm also using a new paint as well, so I'm gonna try the US Floetrol with this Lukas paint too. So it's a different paint and a cell activator, but it still worked out fabulous. I love the way this thing turned out. So now this is a 10 by 10 canvas, by the way. So now let me do my, what do I call it? Transfer. So I I guess I'm gonna go on both sides. I'm gonna take a little bit here, I guess, and I'm definitely gonna come across this area that don't have a lot of action going on. So let me get the colorful one over here. That's this side here. I'm gonna scoop this up. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah. So I'm gonna scoop this up right onto my card and pick it up. And then I'm gonna apply it here and trying to bring it down a little bit up to get some of that white. Back down and cut it off. I like cutting it off like that because it gives me a new starting spot on my next swipe, on my next lift, transfer, like so. I can start here now. Like that. And I'll take a little bit across the top. It's not much more I have with all those pretty colors, but I got some striping going on there. So I'll just take it here. Like so. All right. Set you down. I'm gonna spin you out. I'll go slow. Maybe tilt you a little bit. Nope. Let me spin you out a little bit. Good. Now, I don't want to lose no more of this. So I'm going to push this more to that side there. Look at all these pretty colors here that came off. And I'm going to spin it so it can go in that direction. With the force, take it out that way. Like so. And then a little bit more in that direction. Baby spin and stop. All right. Now, I love the way this turned out. So let me get you down for a closer look. And 5 seconds. So let me cut the camera off. All right, folks. Here's the final wet result of the piece. Look at the ribbons there. Look at those beautiful jelly bean glowing cells. You see how I said the opaque colors makes the light ring around the outside, while the transparent colors allow that pillow to come through and make those colors thin out transparently and have a little glow in the center like here. Kind of like when you stretch pantyhose over your leg. You know, pantyhose when it's in the package is nice and dark, like paint in the tube. But when you stretch it over your leg, the color of your leg comes through the pantyhose. Well, much like that, when you stretch the paint that's transparent over the pillow, the color of the pillow kind of start to glow through the colors of the paint when it's transparent. But when it's opaque, like those light rings around there, there's nothing coming through that. So in that case, they're more like curtains, like solid curtains that doesn't allow light to come through. So that's how it works. Hopefully that's easily understood. Thank you for watching this video, and another gorgeous piece. And have a great day. Thank you so much, and happy pouring. This is Sheldon from Shell Rock Art, signing off. Good night.